To my stream. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the recorded version of this later on YouTube, thanks for watching my video. I mean, I guess it's still the live stream. You're still watching the live stream. You're just not watching that live. Anyway, let's not get bogged down on that. Let's move on. I'm going to be doing a race at Monza. Obviously, it's Monza weekend. I'm going to do it in the rain. I actually don't know what the weather forecast is today in real life. I think it's supposed to be okay. I think it's supposed to be dry, so it probably is. But I'm actually going to do a wet race at Monza. So I've got heavy rain on, no assists, and yeah, that is what I'm going to do. So I've gone through. I think I've set everything up right. I'm on heavy rain here. I need to get back into the game here. I think I've got everything all set up and ready to go. So I've got one practice session, just to try and get my pace sorted, get things right.
Good morning and welcome from a wet and windy Monza here.
Wet and windy Monza. So I don't really know what to do in terms of a setup. I mean, typically at Monza, obviously you go for less downforce. But of course it's raining, which means you're going to want more downforce. So the question is, do you go an increased downforce level, do you go a default, or do you think balanced is pretty good? I suppose I could look up an F1 2017 setup, couldn't I?
About this circuit. The right-hander of turn 6 is the first Lesmo. You can carry a reasonable amount of entry speed here and can also get back on the
F1 Monza wet setup.
The camber gives the car a lot of grip. So
F1setup.com. Let's see what
just be careful not to get too greedy.
So this is. I think in the meantime we'll go outside, just do some laps. See what sort of times we can get doing. I did a few practice laps last night. In that I did the time trial. I think I got up to 26th overall. Haven't used the Force India before. Actually, I didn't go equal car performance, so I'm probably not going to win this. Just realised. Gonna struggle to do a bit of everything at the moment. But yeah, unlikely to win in the Force India, but who knows? Who knows where the evening will take us? Gotta get the first few laps done first. I'm going to definitely adjust the brake settings because they are just lock, basically. Yeah, so I'll get a bit of a feel for the car. Got a nice long practice session here. Get out and do some laps, nice and early. I think the actual real life race is going to be in the dry. I have a sneaking suspicion. Whoops, that is... I got away from me under power there. Oh, I tell you what, she's greasy at the moment. Well greasy, but I'll try and back off the brakes a little bit. I'm locking them a lot at the moment, so it might be about removing some pressure off that. So I'm sort of halfway between not applying enough brake and locking at the fronts, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. But we'll see how far we can get the old pink dream. I suppose there's probably a bit of track evolution. I mean, I guess you don't really get that in the rain, but I'm just wondering how the game handles track evolution. Looks like I'm the only one out here, so I should get the fastest time at the end of this lap, which is nice. Oh, I tell you what, do need to adjust a few things. Lots of short shifts. Trying to stay out of that sort of power zone, so I don't spin the rear wheel up too much. That was definitely 2.
Okay, radar suggests this weather isn't going anywhere. Let us know when you burn through those tyres and want to dry off a bit.
Yes.
We'll keep another set ready to go.
Trying to get out of his way. Didn't do that. Kind of understeered straight into him, I suppose. Actually, that's what I need to do. I was recording before, and I turned off all of my on-screen display, so let's get that back on. Track map, positional information, delta time, yeah. Yeah, look, we'll get all of these on. Flags and messages, start lights. Might make life a little bit easier for me. I'll quickly return to garage. Actually, I'm just going to restart session, to be honest. See how we go. So, set up. We need to do something about these
Okay,
brakes.
Conditions as they are, I'd suggest you take a set of full wets.
Yes, I'm going to be taking full wets. Thank you. Fuel load. So I've got probably don't need that many laps. I want to go out and do a few practice ones though. So I'll leave sort of 7 in there. Brakes. Brake pressure. Might just pump the brake pressure down a touch. Brake bias. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it back a little bit. Might be a bit risky, but I'm just trying to stop the front wheels from locking up. So, as I say, I haven't actually set up a. Haven't got a decent setup or anything, but we'll see if that makes any difference. And we'll get out and try some more flying laps. Hopefully that, by lowering the brake pressure, I should, of course I lock up straight away, but I was also just sort of testing the brakes there, but let's see how we go this time round. Actually complete a flyer. A couple other cars out on track. I don't think traffic will be an issue though. Lots of short shifting. Hold it flat up through here. I think tippy toeing is really the key in these conditions. That wasn't ideal. Probably don't need to be using those curb, but I didn't get a major lack of grip when I went over them, so whatevs. Okay, that is too early on the brakes for sure, because I think I can actually hold fourth gear through these. So 200 metre mark is too early to brake in the wet. Good to know. Around there. A lot of oversteer on that one.
That last lap moves you up to P2.
So up to P2. I have a feeling it's not going to be not a competitive P2. But we'll see how we go. Little improvements, a bit of practice. Force India, you know, I'd like to be able to get sort of a top. I'd like to be able to get a top 10 in the race for sure.
Bad weather doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Heavy rain conditions throughout this session.
Oh, that's actually a bit quick through there. Not ideal, but at least there's no one on the track around us. That's right, try not to spin these tyres up too much because I don't want to waste wets. She's definitely a very slippery and greasy old track. Lance Stroll. So the game must have known that he did quite well in real life. Although, mind you, he's probably the only other person to actually complete a lap here. Or at least get out on the track. Righto. Not a good start. Still big lockups. But we'll keep going. It's all practice. 36.5 for old Denny Rick.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Almost went into there a bit hot again. Trying to tap my own line through there, but just trying to square it off a bit rather than sort of following that drier line, which is obviously probably going to be the quicker line, but oh, I've really got to stop. So when I initially get on the brakes, I'm locking up quite a lot when I first jump on the brakes. And then you kind of got to get off the brakes, and of course that actually, by releasing the pedal completely, that kind of actually just ruins your braking altogether, and you've sort of missed your braking marker then because you went sideways. Might need to slow it down a bit if I'm sort of understeering and oversteering everywhere, locking the brakes up. The key might be to just dial it back a bit, start getting everything hooked up and gripping. And quite often in the wet, that's when the pace comes. The harder you push, typically, the worse you can actually go in the rain. Precision and being smooth is the key to it. And lots of practice, obviously. Done it again, but I have managed to pull it up that time round. More than a healthy dose of oversteer on the way out. I don't actually quite know how I managed to stop there because that was a pretty substantial lockup. much oversteer, a bit eager on the throttle there. Got up on the curb, which spun me out, and I was actually ahead for most of the lap, but the exit of theirs really screwed me. It's going to be an interesting race anyway. Race of attrition. If I can get through it without having a spin or running off, I've probably done pretty well. Have not managed to improve my time yet. And I don't think it was a very good time.
You need to come in before you run out of fuel. Pit within 2 laps.
I just left that braking way too late, so let's go in the pits. I'm going to turn my brake pressure down even more, because that clearly was not working.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 37.
I'm actually going to increase the downforce quite a lot as well. I will sacrifice. I might just go the full blown. We're in practice, why not? Yep. Let's get some fuel out of the car so we can do a few laps. Aerodynamics have been pumped. Let's get them down to about 9. We don't want them too high. Brakes. Yeah, pressure right down. See if I can try and prevent these initial lockups, because they're not. It's not good. It's not good. I'll push the weight distribution back just a little bit as well, try and get a bit more balance further back on the car again to take that weight off the front and try and prevent the lockups, which is my biggest issue at the moment. So let's save that as, yep, cool, no worries. I just want a new spot. Save name, Monza. See how that goes. Of course, could always actually just look up a setting.
Entire session. Heavy rain all session.
Yeah, I could of course just look up setup online and put that in, and I'm not ruling that out. I might yet do that. But we'll see how we go here. See if it's improved it at all. I mean, I've increased a lot of downforce, so corners like the Parabolica here should be much better with the increased downforce, but it's going to start to hurt me on the straights quite a lot, I think. That's where I might sort of be forced to back that downforce off a little bit to find the balance. Corner cut, don't worry about that. I'm always going to be a bit slow through this sector because of that downforce. I'm not too worried about going to the red delta there. But if I can be faster through the rest of it, then it might. So I've gone around there much faster that time round. So it's half a second, but this is where I reckon I got too much downforce on. I'll try a few more laps. But I reckon I'm going to have to back that downforce off a bit because I think I'm giving up. Giving up too much on the straights, I reckon.
That lap puts us into 10th.
37. I really need to get sort of... I want mid 36s is really what I'm after. Not a great first chicane, but nonetheless I'm through it.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Half a second down on my own previous, so yeah, shitty lap. I'll try again, but I reckon I'm going to have to go and remove some of that downforce. Try and find the right balance. It's actually a bit slow into the parabolica there. Flat here, not too much oversteer, so it is wonderful having that extra downforce. It's quite late on the brakes, but Smash Array, hello and welcome Smash Array. Only 3 viewers the other day, you had 2k, nah. I wish I had 2,000 the other day, Smasher, but that was not me, mate. Not me, I'm afraid. I am pretty much brand new to streaming, so go back to the pits anyway. Yeah, no, pretty much brand new to streaming and have like, I don't know, like 40 subs or something at the moment. Return to garage. So yeah, no, definitely wasn't me with 2,000 people watching, unfortunately. But nonetheless, thanks for stopping by. Love you to stay. You're welcome to stay and
So far, our
see what I'm
fastest
about.
lap is a 1:37.1.
I was trying to find a good balance at the moment between aero. Bump those down a little bit. Still trying to get the pace and have good aero, so save car setup. Save over that one. Now last time I looked, there was actually try 8.7 aero. Okay, cool. Let's go back to aero. 7.8 I went. Okay, I'll go 8.7. 8 at the front, 7 at the back. Yeah, the brake pressure felt pretty good actually. I stopped a lot of those lockups, so I think we'll stick with 60. We'll stick with 60. Let's see how we go. Go to track. Yeah, so I had a pretty big lock-up earlier on Smasher.
Sergio sat in P8.
Big problem with lock-ups into a couple of those turns, so no one brake pressure back, which is good. My lap time is still well down. I was sort of hoping for at least mid 36s, and I've done a 37, so it's not bad. It doesn't sort of hurt if you run out too wide around the parabolic because you can square it in and get hard on the gas. Righto, downforce has been reduced from the 9s. You can tell straight away because my pretty much out of practice session though. So I only did one practice session here, but I did a full quali session. At the rate I'm going, I might maybe make Q2, but I don't fancy my chances at Q3 to be honest. Plenty of short shifting. I was actually probably a bit slow through there. I was a bit worried I was coming in too hot. But I've lost a big chunk of pace there, so a pretty shitty sector, but that's good. These tyres must be starting to get pretty warm. Let's have a look, shall we? Should be taking them in fourth. Yeah, so the tyres are pretty worn, which is another reason my pace is not there, but that's cool. Session is nearly over. There's no point in going and putting some good tyres on. I may as well just wait till quali and hopefully everything hooks up for me. 15th is not where I want to be. It's funny though how sometimes when you get the AI balance right in the dry, especially because I haven't done a lot of laps in the wet, it just doesn't seem right at all. That was a bit of drive out of there. Short shifting, but still enough power, and that's the problem. You can short shift too much quite easily. So hopefully, with some brand new tyres on, they feel freaking amazing. That's too hot into there. Yeah, hopefully they feel amazing, and then always make it as hard as you can while you practice, because then when things get a little bit easier for you, you suddenly sort of excel.
30 seconds left in the session.
That should be fourth again. I've done it again. Bit oversteer there. That is the end of practice. I don't know if I'm prepared to go much better in quali, but we're going to give it a go. Yes, the 16th overall is not where I hope to be. As I say, you get the AI level right in the dry.
At the end of the session, then, here are your top three.
But geez, 34.8. That is a cracking lap. Did manage a 36 flat, which is Sergio Perez. Sorry, got a 36 flat. Which is probably somewhere around where I should be. Strolling the Williams Massa. Geez, the Williams really is a bit too good in this game, isn't it? That's cool. We'll plough on. It's all a learning experience. No one said it was going to be easy. I never said I was good, but we'll have a go. We'll have a crack.
The pit lane will be open shortly, which means it's...
We will have a crack. Yeah, okay, so we're not pretty much settled on that setup, which is probably not the best, but let's go out and see what I can do, eh? Let's see what I can do. Well, that is not what I was hoping for at all there. A huge dose of oversteer, because I don't want to do too many laps on these tyres if I can help it. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. Just trying to concentrate during quali here. Hi Lennon, welcome back. Good to have you here on this wet and cold, miserable Monza race that is too deep, out wide. So I'll be doing at least a second lap. See where we can start off though. At least through to Q2, that's what I'm shooting for here.
That's the fastest lap so far.
134. I wonder if I can get through on that. I only did a 136 in practice, so it's a fairly big improvement. Despite running pretty massively wide on one of them. I'll keep an eye on it, but hopefully that does enough to get me through so I don't wear the tyres out. Not many people have run. There's only 5 minutes remaining. I'm going to accelerate time a little bit.
Okay, we're unlikely to see a change in the weather for this session. Looks like it'll be heavy rain throughout.
Right, where am I? Okay, so still some people that haven't run yet. But a 134.8 still got me second, so I'm hoping that is going to be enough. It's down to third. Yeah, I should be right from here. 2 minutes to go. I'll be a bit gutted if everyone smashes past me.
As we wind down from the
Clear.
excitement of qualifying,
With
here's a
10th, so I
look at
did
your
drop
top
quite a
three.
lot right at the end there. A heap of
Bottas,
people went through,
Vettel and Kimi
but that's cool.
Räikkönen. Goodbye for now then, but we're...
That is cool.
It's Sunday afternoon here at Monza and you're in for a treat at this classic
Urine
Formula 1 track.
for a treat.
Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix.
It's wet at Monza and
let's
urine.
run through the grid order. Good job yesterday.
The grid order.
You can
Oh,
run side by side
I
into
didn't
the
go
rest
full
of the video,
quali.
but don't brake
What a
too late
dickhead.
on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
Okay, so I'm starting at a 10th because I thought I did full quali. Pretty clearly I haven't done full quali. I've done a short quali session, so just the single session. Not ideal. Definitely could have gone faster, but no worries. Let's have a look at our race strat. I think we can do it in one stop. It's only 13 laps. The tyres should last. We can pit if we need to. Let's give myself a bit more fuel because I always run pretty tight on fuel. But not too much because I won't be able to run rich for much of it. Let's do it. Let's see how we go. Oh, it took a long time for my clutch to engage then. So what I've actually kind of done there is an absolute cock up at the start. From 10th to 16th already. Oh god, everybody's stopping. Why is everybody... Holy shit, everyone is so slow. Okay, I'm actually going to... I know this is cheating a bit. Don't watch this, I didn't do this. Definitely didn't just restart the session. Because I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? I'd just go, let it race out, and that's how I do it. Well, it was a better start. I've lost some positions, but... Oh, I'm locked up. They are very, very pedestrian.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
But it's up to 7th. There you go. That's a That is a much better start. Now, I'm not too worried about overtaking Hulkenberg because I reckon I just really want to stick with him at the moment. Get a rhythm. See if we can drop Stroll off. Oh, a very heavy car. I need to just get a rhythm, try and stick to the back of Hulkenberg, which I'm not currently doing at all, and then build the race from 7th. And as I said, gap Stroll if I can. Bottas straight away on the good first lap. Much better than mine. Oh, I thought I overbrake for that, and I still come in a bit hot. I was aiming for a top 10, but geez, I'd love a top 5. A little bit of work to do if I'm going to do that, but that is not. Tried to caught right up to him under brakes, which was good. And then kind of thought I might be able to think about pulling up next to him. Oh, Jesus, there we go, okay. Well, that's him out of the way.
Okay, clear.
But I'm a long way behind Massa. I've got Stroll up McClacker. See if I can actually get a good rhythm together. Pull away from him. Typical Renault engine. Nahir, hello and welcome. Welcome to the stream, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Always good to see you. Have a chat to you. Thought after last night with my wet time trials around Monza, I better come in and do a race. In the Force India, so I'm probably lacking a bit of performance here. But P6 isn't too bad considering. It's actually a little bit easier to control the oversteer, the wheel spin at least, with a full tank of juice. Force India, they do have a Mercedes engine. It's not a bad engine to have around Monza, but they do lack sort of the overall package of. Having said that, they're probably the 4th best team in Formula 1, I'd say. Williams, despite what this game would have you believe, Williams have dropped the ball a bit. I think Force India have comfortably taken over as the 4th best team. But I'd say there's still a bit of a gap to the Red Bulls for them though. Oh, that is just a corner cut. That is just a blatant corner cut. Kind of felt like I was gaining a little bit on Massa as well. I think I am. I think I'm getting a bit close to him. So I'm going to attempt to do this without pitting at all. Hopefully my tyre wear is not too bad.
Some information on Verstappen. They seem to have an issue.
Verstappen has had an issue. I presume he was in front of me as well. So that could put me into P5. We'll find out, I suppose. What's your take on Lance Stroll, youngest to start on grid? Yeah, Stroll's a bit of a tough one. Just going to negotiate the parabolica and then gather my thoughts and have a chat about Stroll. Rain does equalise something. I think Lance Stroll is a very talented guy. I think he's a very young guy. He's got a lot to learn. He's way too inconsistent for my liking. And that comes with his age. I think the fact that he is so young. Consistency, sorry, excuse me, just having a quick stutter. Consistency seems to be something that you gain over time. Its experience tends to lead to... Oh, it's actually a bit hot in there. Look like Massa is actually behind Verstappen, or at least a Red Bull. So I presume Verstappen has had some issues, but about to have a bigger issue. That's a shame. That's cost me a bit of time there. Now I think Lance Stroll is good. I think he's got a lot to learn. Whether or not he was a bit too young to come into Formula One, sort of an opinion that's going to be differed by some people. A lot of people, like the more traditionalists, are going to say yes, way too young, and he would be more consistent and more successful if he had waited, spent a bit more time in some of the other classes. Then there's going to be another way of thinking that says, well, that was Verstappen there, so that is 5th, up to P5. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm doing alright. Doing alright in the rain. What about you, Mahir? What do you think of young Lance Stroll? Actually should keep an eye on what time Massa is in front of me. .4 seconds behind. See if I can gain on that. They always seem to give me the split times as I'm negotiating on the corner, and I can't read splits and concentrate on the corner at the same time. I feel like I'm still gaining. I want to see if he can defend his position. I don't think he will. Honestly, I think... actually, what's the weather doing? Have you seen the weather in Monza? I know the forecast yesterday said the weather was going to be dry there. But do you know if it is dry or not here, or if there's still a bit of rain around? I think if it's torrential like it was yesterday, then I think Stroll, who earned his spot, bar the Red Bulls of course, has the opportunity to defend it. But I think if it's dry, I think he's almost got no hope at all. Let me check. Awesome, thanks dude. It's nice to have someone on the weather here. Come on, definitely catching Massa now. Gotta be. I'll try and look at the splits without crashing again next time we go through a sector.
Bottas is up in first place.
Yeah, 2.2. Starting to find a bit of form now, a bit of pace. Bright sunny, yeah, okay. Yeah, so she's on some purple sectors here. Just cocked that up massively though, which is a shame. Of course, as soon as you recognise that you're on a good lap, you stuff it up. But that's a shame that it's bright and sunny, because I think it's going to make life a lot more difficult.
Just put in a new fastest lap.
It's going to make things a lot more difficult. Stroll won't be able to hold his position, not in the dry. I don't think the Williams, sorry, is a good enough car to do that. And I think it's going to ruin the Red Bull's chances as well of any sort of miraculous comeback. I think you'll see the Red Bulls get up to about that 6th place, somewhere around there. Somewhere between 5th, 6th and 7th, I think is what they can do in the dry. But they're going to need some retirements if either of them want to get on the podium. Because the Red Bull just ain't got it in the dry. Whoa! Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I must admit I was reading the comments then, and I started accelerating out of the corner, thought I had it, and looked over to read the comments thinking, yeah, I'm pretty good, and then it just went. The dangers of a stream racer, eh? There goes that one. Okay, well, it's done now, isn't it? But Vettel and Kimi will catch up. Yeah, for sure. You're out of the session because your car is terminally damaged. Replay flashback. What's a flashback? How can I flashback? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Got an achievement for flashing back. I don't typically use flashbacks. Kind of cut my teeth with racing games, sort of online doing league racing, I guess. Where nothing like a flashback is available. Well, that's okay. That's saved a pretty bad thing, isn't it? Look at me. You're probably all laughing at me because you're like, huh, this guy doesn't even know what a flashback is. But there you go. I've used one now. Race is back on, and I'm close to Massa. So how many flashbacks do you get? Just the one, or did I select that somewhere? Righto, Massa. Let's get this shit done, mate. Oh, I've actually managed to pull up too. Bit of a dive bomb, but I tell you what, got the job done. It's all because I fixed that brake issue. Turn the pressure down to 60.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.5 seconds.
Tell you what I'm not going to do this time. Read the comments on the exit of that corner until I get the straight line. Podium coming. Geez, who knows? P4. It looks like I'm a long way behind Sebastian. I don't know exactly how far. Was a bit wide, never mind. See if I can get a sexy time, see how far behind Sebastian I am, but yeah, from the looks of that mini-map, I'm going to need something of a miracle in the next 4 laps to to catch him, but I'm relatively happy with 4th place because the cars aren't on equal performance. I don't know if you can do that for a single Grand Prix. I presume you can, but the cars aren't on equal performance, so to be 4th is probably pretty good for the Force India. Still struggling to find that right balance of what I should be putting the AI on. Seems a little bit track dependent, car dependent. The classic cars I seem to be much better, and like I can turn the AI up. Don't know if anyone else has found that the AI are a bit easier on the classic cars over the modern. I keep missing that corner now. It's not ideal. So I could run a bit of Rich if I want, which I might just start doing it on the straights. And I'll
Our gap to the car in front is 12.0 seconds.
12.0 seconds, yeah. Can need more than a miracle and a bit of rich mixture to catch up that, but yeah, still pretty happy. $11 seconds behind, yeah. Difficulty of AI. Well, turning down to 80.
12.8 seconds.
12.8 seconds. Jeez, I think I'm dropping off the back of them, aren't I? Yeah, so because I didn't really know, I certainly wouldn't say I'm a pro at F1 games. That is too damn hot. Played a little bit of F1 2016. Like I was looking the other day, I think I actually did about a total of 35 hours on F1 2016. But that's about it. And kind of did a lot of online racing with a mate in the early stages of that, so you don't really, you don't get a lot better, I suppose. If you and a friend are sort of racing at a similar pace, you don't tend to go, geez, I'm like so far behind. And I don't know what the AI was on there, but yeah, I didn't really know, so I jumped in on 85, which I can't remember what that was called. It's like Expert or something. And I lowered it to 80. So I'm currently on 80, and I can't decide if that's, yeah, I guess arguably 4th in a Force India at Monza might be exactly where it should be.
Is 15.2 seconds.
If I run a good race, that is. Or is it a case of it should probably only really be 6th or 7th?
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Turn your AI up. I don't know. I'm still learning. I feel like eventually I am going to have to turn the AI up. Especially, oh, I've missed my braking marker there. Nope. Gotten away with it. Have you tried Ultimate? No, I would say I have not. As I say, I think it's Expert, and I think 85 was still Expert. You must have to get over 90 to go Ultimate. Or is that the 100? Because I know it goes to 100 to 104 or something, but I am not at this stage. I am more than happy to admit that I'm just not at that kind of pace yet. I think it's something that will happen. I don't know, I can't remember which stream you joined in me here, but I sort of streamed out of boredom the first time. I didn't really intend on sort of doing multiple consistent streams or anything like that. I'm actually going a lot quicker than Vettel in third because I've cut it down about 2.5 to 3 seconds. How had I found this pace early in the race? Who knows? I might have got a podium. But yes, I never really intended on streaming much, but here I am. I've actually been enjoying streaming, just sort of having a chat with people, talking about the real F1. Trying not to anger people too much with how terrible I am at this game. Some people get very passionate, especially about if you watch someone on YouTube and streaming and all that sort of stuff. I think people sometimes have that expectation that you are going to be, I guess, better than them. You know, if they're running around with AI on 1995, if they're going to watch a streamer, they're expecting that streamer to be good. I guess that's the impression I get. And because I'm sort of on, you know, bouncing around 80-85% AI. Mind you, I don't use any aids or anything like that. I'm on. Looks like a lot of people that are quite quick still have some car assists on. That is the end of the race. Pretty happy with 4th place, I'm going to be honest with you. Quite happy.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Park Ferme.
Toth Thomas, I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly. We're going to go with Toth Thomas, but also a noob here, yeah, no doubt. Can you do Toka touring cars for PS1 next time, Scott? Good question. Good question. No.
So
No, I
here they
can't.
come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, moving on to the driver of the day then.
But yeah, as I was saying, I think
Well, I have to give it
what's,
to Lewis
how are we going for
Hamilton.
time? So
You
the
know,
race is in
just
about
the
an
kind of
hour's
drive
time.
you'd expect
Might
from
go
a
and try and
world
do.
champion.
So I got up to 26th on the overall leaderboard at Monza last night when I streamed. In the wet, that is. Which I presume is just because not many people have done it. But maybe I'll go and try it in the dry. See how far up the leaderboard I can get in the dry. I presume the cars in time trial are equal performance. So I'm going to use a Toro Rosso. Because why not? Do some dry laps because it's going to be a dry race today in Spa. And I need to concentrate on what I'm doing because I've just gone over Italy. There it is. But yes, as I was sort of saying, I guess I presume that when people watch someone on stream or YouTube, they're expecting them to be a pro, like really, really good at the top of the game. And because I'm not, clearly, you know, I guess I kind of, yeah. Don't worry about setup, so I'll race until I get my, till I can unlock my rival setup from the grid menu. So let's just go race. I actually haven't done any laps at Monza in the dry yet, can you believe? I've only done wet laps so far, exclusively. So all my braking marker references and gears and everything, and when I can get on the gas I'm going to have to relearn here. But, yeah, so anyway, I guess to finish off my story, I never really thought much about streaming, but I've kind of enjoyed it, just jumping in, having a chat to a few of you guys. I can definitely brake later than that. Good to know. But yeah, been enjoying it. Chatting about the real Formula 1's been fun. So I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to become a streamer or anything like that. But I've done a few, and I'll probably keep doing them. So how did I not get track cut for that? Yeah, this is a very different beast in the dry from the wet. It's alright, I'll see if I can... on 2016 towards the end, I sort of aimed to try and get around the top 1,000 somewhere. Jesus, you can... Holy shit, you can go quick through there. As I say, I'm hoping all the cars are equal performance. In time trial, otherwise Doing myself a disservice being in the Toro Rosso, but such a good looking car, isn't it? $4,763. Yeah, I got a bit of work to do here. There you go. You can actually get. God, you can get on the throttle hard. So 4,000. So that's not great. If I can get somewhere near 2,000, I'd be happy. Hopefully we can take some big chunks out on pace here. Very good looking. It is, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm enjoying streaming, so hopefully a few of you out there enjoy watching me here. You've come back a few times, so you're the champion here. I think that is too quick at the Parabolica. There's a lot of understeer. So I went faster. What position did it get me to? 3,500th? No, okay. I wondered if you could brake at the 100 metre mark, but you can't. You're gonna have to brake a bit before that. Did I unlock a rivals setup? Let's go try that. But hopefully this race goes quite well tonight. I fear, unfortunately, if it's dry, Hamilton is going to romp away at the front. I think Bottas will sift his way through to the front fairly quickly and come second. I think Sebastian will come third. Ooh, that's too high up on the curb. And yeah, I could be wrong. Sebastian, if he's good enough, will come through to second. But I think what we're going to see a return of is the aero wash problem, whereby they can't get close enough to each other to overtake, even with DRS at a track like this. I think unless they're on a wildly different pit strategy and the tyres are worn very, very differently, I think overtaking is going to be very tricky. So I kind of feel like it's too soon. Kind of feel like Sebastian should be aiming for about third at the moment. Kimi might get fourth if he's feeling up to it today. You never know, it's probably a good opportunity for one of the Force Indias to sneak their way up to something like a fourth position. Maybe Kimi in fifth, and I reckon the Red Bulls will have raced hard to get about that 6th and 7th. Hamilton will be one, yeah. I think he's at the front. All of his real challenges are further back, and to be honest, I think the Mercedes is still the best engine package. Ferrari might have... It's a bit hot into there. Ferrari might have caught up in terms of chassis and aero package, and maybe even potentially better. But I think the engine honours still very much go to Mercedes. And at a track like Monza, engine is everything. So I think even if Sebastian had have qualified in second, I still think Hamilton would just romp away with it at the front. So if it looks like I keep missing braking markers, I'm just sort of trying a few different points of braking and what gear to be in and how much I smash down. Are you going to go Sebastian in second here? Fair enough. fair enough. I think that's probably a decent call because Bottas has been a bit off the boil lately, but for me, I think Vettel's definitely a good enough driver to come second, but whether or not Bottas's Mercedes in the dry, yeah, whether or not his Mercedes is good enough to sort of make the difference up and keep Sebastian Vettel behind him, I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose, but you're a Vettel fan. Oh, you're definitely going to be hoping he comes second then, for sure. No, okay. So that doesn't work. What I just did there. I won't try that next lap. Yes, okay, you're a Vettel fan. That's cool. Actually, I think I said last time a couple of my friends were at the Spa race last round. And they came back on the weekend, and on Friday it was, and they bought some merch, and I've got two young twins, both girls, and I got these really cool little baby Ferrari. Oh, how did I miss that? I braked at the same point I had the last couple of laps. Got these really cool little baby t-shirts. One was Kimi Räikkönen, one was Sebastian Vettel, so one of my girls will be sporting the Vettel and the Ferrari merch. I don't think I like my rival setup here. That's what's going on. Say hi to your twin daughters. I will. I will, absolutely. They're 21 months old, so they're very close to... No, they're 20 months old. My bad, I should probably know that, shouldn't I? So they're still very young, but they'll look the part in their little Sebastian and Kimi tops, which should be cool. And they also got me some Red Bull gear for myself, which is nice. Obviously a Danny Rick fan. Such a character. I was watching a video on Facebook before of him actually grabbing a camera, which I didn't see during the practice sessions, but he grabbed a camera off a cameraman and wandered straight into the Mercedes pit. Big lockup. So that's, again, that was the same point that I braked there. Yeah, grabbed the camera and wandered straight into the Mercedes garage, walked up, started looking around the car until one of the Mercedes pit guys pretty much told him in a very nice way to bugger off. He's an absolute bloody card, old Danny Rick. He's a champion. He's just hard not to like. As I say, he's a bit like Jenson Button was. He's just a bit hard not to like. That's a bit better through there, and actually judging by that green delta, it's the quickest I've been through there, so that's good. But I ruined it all there. Came in locked up, way too hot. Climb up the leaderboard's not going well, is it? Of course you are, yeah. Yeah, I'm an Aussie. So there's no surprises that I'd be a Ricciardo fan, but yeah, I did like Barton as well. I don't know who else I like. I think Ocon's going to have a good career, and I'm going to be watching pretty keenly. I don't mind Ocon. French are probably due someone good. Just a bit harsh against Grosjean. But I think Grosjean's always had a bit of pace, but never been a super talented guy. Like, he's good, but he was never a world champion material. I don't think, anyway. And now he's just too miserable and too sooky. Honestly, if I was Haas, I'd probably just get rid of him. He's just too... He's been broken mentally. I think he has, anyway. You and your sister find Daniel the most handsome guy on the grid. Look. He, I don't know about handsome. He's got a bad teeth to gum ratio, Daniel Ricciardo, which I think is why his smile looks so massive. But, yeah, you know. Us Aussies are all pretty good looking. Except me, of course. I'm the exception to that rule, but... But nah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, Danny Rick. He's yeah, and I can see a big career in the media for him once he finally does retire, which hopefully is many years away. But when he finally does retire from Formula 1, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't crop up on a TV station somewhere. The difficulty is, I suppose, is that I think he'll go straight home to Perth. Honestly, I think once he retires, he's not going to hang around Europe. Which usually makes it pretty difficult to get a job at something like Sky Sports or one of those type stations, just because he... yeah, I've got a feeling he'll just be happier at home in Australia, but still, I'd be surprised if he didn't crop up in the media somewhere, because he's just such a larrikin, really. I think I'm actually going to improve my time here. Did I improve it? I must have missed out by nothing. Jeez. It's probably not the most interesting thing just watching me do laps round and round, but to be honest, with the real race coming up pretty soon, it's 20 past 9 my time, so it's 10 PM my local time the race starts. Cut the corner, so I kind of feel like there's not a lot of point in starting any races or anything like that. Or doing a career or anything like that, because I mean, I'm probably going to finish the stream very soon, I'd say. Be interested to see what sort of setup this guy's actually got going on. So that's why I'm just kind of knocking it out with doing some hot laps. But yeah, if anybody's there, if anybody's watching me, you know, hopefully you have not hated it so much. Custom setup. Let's go and have a little look at what he's got going on here. So low fuel, front wing 6, transmission. This is the setup I'm running. This looks very much like a stock setup, doesn't it? Wonder if I'd lose a lot. Brakes. Wonder if I'd lose a lot if I dropped another little piece of aero, maybe off the back. Let's try it. Let's try it, eh? You come to talk, yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of, as I say, like given that I had no intention of streaming consistently, I don't know, I might have changed my mind. Maybe I will try and do it quite regularly, and the reason, I guess, is because I am enjoying the interactions. There's obviously, not many people are watching my streams at the moment, and a lot of those people aren't talking, sort of not typing. They might come in, might have sort of 6 or 7 people watching, but not a lot of people talking. Everyone, of course, is always welcome to talk to me. But yeah, it's actually been having the chats that's been the fun thing about streaming. Who knows? I'll get we've got a lot of good racing games coming up soon. I might just keep streaming F1 and then get on some Project Cars and maybe some. Ooh, tell you what, the car feels a bit weird after knocking that rear aero off. Yeah, I might try and just stream ongoing. It could be a thing because it's quite cool. It's quite fun. Need for Speed paper. See, Need for Speed for me is a little bit probably. Oh Jesus! Might have to go and put some aero back on. Need for Speed for me is probably a bit on the arcade side of things. I just don't find myself enjoying them. I used to play Need for Speed Underground and Underground 2 way back in the days. That's probably showing my age a bit. I don't know how old you are, Mihir, but you might have been a very young child when those games came out. But I did used to enjoy them a little bit. But I don't know, these days I just kind of stick to the more simulator stuff, like, this, Project Cars, Assetto Corsa. Sort of games like that. Gran Turismo when it comes out. I don't know if I have many expectations for it. And I think the next Forza is coming out on PC as well, if I'm not mistaken. And if it comes out on PC, then I really might get it. I mean, I do have an Xbox One. But, yeah, I don't have a steering wheel. I think I said this last night. I don't have a steering wheel. That I can use on the Xbox. So, it's kind of stuck with the console. So if I can only get... You're 19, you've played Underground. Well, you are quite a bit younger than me. But, yeah, and I remember when Underground came out. I was probably about 18, to be honest, when Underground came out. Be very close to that anyway. So that's there you go, that shows how old I am. Oh, I wish I hadn't hit that curb. And, yeah, did love it back at the time. Mixing around with my modding stuff, but that was a long time before the steering wheel. Since I got the steering wheel, I just don't tend to spend a lot of time in those sorts of games. I'm not making any progress at all. How long have I got left? 9:25. I'll probably be another 10-15 minutes yet, I suppose. I might actually go and do some laps. Still around Monza, because it's a Monza theme. I want to try and stick to the Monza theme. That's what I'm excited for. Might go and jump in one of the old cars and do some laps in an old car. So yeah, something like Need for Speed, probably not, to be honest. Classic F1 cars. Let's do Monza in something cool and something really fast. Let's go the Renault. But yes, so I don't want options. No, probably not something like Need for Speed Underground. The only thing I'm thinking, if I'm going to stream sort of consistently and ongoing and things like that, which I think I probably will, just because it's cool. If I get to a point where absolutely no people log into my stream ever and no one's talking to me and I'm just kind of sitting there by myself, then maybe I'll stop then. But this car should feel quite different. But yeah, if I get to that point, then sure I won't keep streaming. But I must admit, there's a lot of games coming up though. Jeez, can I extend the gearing? The gearing seems a bit short. Tell you what, she brakes. Might have to go and look at the gearing though, because I'm maxing out very, very early on. I bloody hope this thing handles. Corner cut, but whatever. It's an exploratory lap. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of non-racing games coming out soon, which I think I'm going to invest. I'll probably end up investing quite a bit of time into. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. As I say, might find when F1 2017 loses its flavour in a couple of weeks' time that nobody ever clicks into this stream, in which case I'll probably just stop doing it. But if they do and it picks up a bit of traction, I guess I'll just have to spend less time on things like Destiny 2 and spend more time playing this. Been thinking about getting Car Mechanic Simulator. Not sure if you've got that or if you think it's good or not. But it's been playing on my mind. Has a Mazda expansion and I'm a mad rotary fan. Got an RX-7 myself. So that's been sort of on my mind. I could live stream something like that. I know that's not a simulator, but still. Well, I guess it is. It's Car Mechanic Simulator, isn't it? I should jump up the order a bit this time. I'm well over a second ahead of my previous lap. .3 seconds out. That's a better lap. 125. 1600th overall. Now surely that unlocked. Yeah, I don't think that has actually. Arrivals, next rival. Hasn't said I've unlocked a... Yeah, there you go, new car setup is available. So it wasn't available a second ago, but now it is. Use rival setup. Hopefully it stretches the gears out, if you can. I don't know how customizable these cars are, to be honest. Time to go for TC. I'm here. I'm about to finish up the stream myself. Look, thanks again for popping by, mate. Much appreciated. I really do. Anyone that's sort of coming by and supporting this at the moment is much, much, much appreciated. You've been great just to come in and talk. It's much nicer when I've got someone to talk to. So, yeah, thanks again. Hopefully I'll see you in my next stream. Enjoy your dinner. And bye for now. This car's pretty quick actually. Whoop, wasn't concentrating. But I'm going to go see if I can do anything about the gearing. And then I might try. What's the time? About half hour till race time. Aerodynamics only on 5. Transmission, suspension. So I can't actually change the gearing on these at all, by the looks of it. As I've sort of said previously, I haven't spent any time sort of learning how to set cars up in this like that. So there you go, pretty clearly. Can't adjust. See me here, see dude. I can't adjust the gearing, so it just means I'm going to be on flat bollocks for a fair bit of it. Let's go and try 3 more laps and then I'm going to... Yeah. If you are one of the people up there watching the stream, feel free to... Feel free to say hello, ask me any questions you want. Even if you just want to comment on the real Formula 1 race. Happy to have a chat about anything. Same as if you're watching this as a video on YouTube later on. Pop them down in the comments. Oh, I did not mean to go to neutral. Alright, so lap 1, geez, you just hit the limiter so early. I think because the gearing's so different from the modern cars, I tend to want to keep clicking down that extra gear, which is why I keep going back to neutral. I was actually at a quick sector down through there though. It looked like that flashed up purple, so it must have been my quickest middle sector. But it did too much damage in sector 1, of course. Alright, second last lap of the night. Full concentration. Let's see how we go. Oh, come on. That's a bit harsh, that one. Geez, I was still half on the track. I was just using the green out to the side. So anyway, this lap clearly didn't go that well. One more. Let's try it one more time with feeling. As you can see, I think that was a pretty harsh track limitation, but there you go. I was up. I've kind of lost a bit of time since I stopped concentrating, but one more lap. Let's see how we go. That's 4/10 up, that one. It could have been a good position. Oh well. That was rubbish. Ruined the lap there by bouncing over that curb. Not great. So a bit of a rubbish lap. So there's no real point in finishing that one actually. I will simply end the stream there, I think. But look, thank you very much for joining me. If you have watched this, if you've been watching along at various points throughout the stream, thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. All of those of you who did support, dropped a few comments in the comment section. It makes my life a bit easier, so it is much appreciated when you do talk and ask me some questions and everything like that. I'm going to leave it there. We've got the actual live race coming up in around about 20 minutes time from this. If you're watching this as a video later on, and you've actually made it to this point, because like this is like an hour and a half video or something like that. So if you've made it to this point of the video and you're watching it on YouTube, then you are a very special kind of person to me. No, seriously, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great race, watching it, that is. Unless you're participating, in which case, welcome to the stream, Sebastian Vettel. But all the best to everyone, and I will talk to you next time.